and you can do only to the extent that you believe. They told you to dream big, but no one ever told you what to do when the world laughs at that dream. They told you to be strong, but never mentioned the weight of carrying failure in your chest like a second heartbeat. They told you to just believe, as if belief was some magic dust you could sprinkle on broken plans and shattered confidence. But let me tell you the truth, belief is not soft, it is not wishful, it is not passive. Belief is blood in battle. It is forged, not found. It is built in the dark, when no one's watching, and everything inside you screams, you can't. Because the deepest law of life is this: you can only do to the extent that you believe. And if that belief is cracked, your destiny leaks through the gaps. There is no empire without the architect's belief in blueprints no one else can see. There is no invention without the inventor's obsession with the impossible. There is no rising from the ashes unless the phoenix first believes it can fly again. Every man or woman who has ever built something extraordinary, Thomas Edison, who failed 10,000 times to light the world, Walt Disney, fired for a lack of imagination, Abraham Lincoln, who lost more elections than he won, Oprah Winfrey, told she was unfit for television, they all had one thing in common: an unshakable, almost irrational belief in what was possible. But this kind of belief doesn't just happen. You don't find it at a seminar. You don't get it from scrolling through quotes online. You earn it. It starts in the mind, with the war between doubt and desire. And every single day, that battlefield demands a winner. You either believe you were born for more, or you surrender to mediocrity. You either step forward into growth, or retreat into fear. You either say yes to the fight, or you let the quiet death of potential take you while you smile for the crowd. Because belief, real belief, isn't a feeling, it's a decision. You decide to believe when there's no applause. You decide to believe when the bank account is low and the critics are loud. You decide to believe when everything logical says quit. And that decision? It rewrites your story. It's what separates the average from the iconic. The ones who try from the ones who transcend. The truth is, you're not limited by your potential. You're limited by your perception of it. You're not held back by your lack of talent, your background, your education. You're held back by the walls you built in your own mind, brick by brick, lie by lie. I'm not good enough. I'm too late. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not ready. Every time you say those words, you're reinforcing a prison, a belief system designed not by truth, but by fear. Done. So ask yourself, what do you believe about yourself when no one's around? What do you believe when the mirror reflects the real you? Do you believe you're capable of becoming unstoppable? Do you believe you can create a legacy that echoes beyond your name? Do you believe that failure is fuel, not finality? Or have you become comfortable in your cage? Because let me remind you, belief is not something you wait to feel. It's something you train. You train belief the same way you train your body. Representatives, pressure, resistance. You test it, stretch it, fail with it, fight with it, and in the fire, it becomes iron. Belief is forged in the early hours when you rise before the sun, not because it's easy, but because discipline becomes your declaration. Belief grows when you speak to yourself with authority. When you stop letting your mind talk back with fear, and you talk to it like a leader speaks to his army. Because belief doesn't whisper, it commands. And if your mind doesn't hear you roar, it will return to the comfort of the cage. You weren't born to live small. You weren't created to doubt your own worth. You weren't meant to wake up every day and wonder if you're enough. The fact that you're breathing is proof that purpose is still possible. But the extent of your life will rise no higher than the strength of your belief. So what are you building? Are you building a tower made of excuses? Or a kingdom forged by faith? Every step you take either confirms your power or denies it. Every habit you build is either a ladder to your next level or a leash that keeps you grounded. And the world? It doesn't give you what you deserve. It gives you what you believe you're worthy of pursuing. Greatness doesn't knock politely. It doesn't send you an invitation wrapped in gold foil. It waits behind doors most are too afraid to open. And the only key that unlocks those doors is belief sharpened by boldness. See, the problem isn't that people don't have dreams. The problem is that they don't believe they're the kind of person who can own those dreams. They confuse wishing with willing, hoping with deciding, talking with transforming. You want to change your life? Don't just chase the goal. Become the person who refuses to live without it.